you, but I'm walking away. 'Cause there's no reason to say you'll never see me again. 'Cause I'm going on my way. 'Cause I'm going on my way.
In Mitrovica, Europe's most divided city, countless organisations have attempted to connect the Albanian and Serb communities, but with little effect. However, one initiative has been successful. Since 2008, the Mitrovica Rock School has brought together hundreds of young musicians, offering a safe environment for creative expression and interethnic cooperation. But what exactly makes the Rock School's approach so special?
Musicians Without Borders uses music in post-conflict areas to bridge divides, heal the wounds of war. And Mitrovica Rock School is one of the ways in which it does that.
We are not reconciling others. We are creating spaces where people can choose to reconcile their differences.
Can you do it more like more and instead of a.
In September 2010, I started as a trainee, and then after that, after some years, I became first a junior bass teacher and then a senior bass teacher and a band coach. I'm most proud when I work with a band, especially with a new band, with people who see each other for the first time, and I'm proud to see the outcome after 1 week.
It's really important to have a good atmosphere, which usually is always the case. So it's to make everyone feel like they can be themselves and to not hesitate to express themselves in any way.
Because then you have every day.
With the mixed band program, which is one of our most important programs, we are taking few students from a north branch of the school and few from the south branch of the school, and we are connecting them in one band. Doesn't always work, of course. I mean, it will be a miracle if you can just make the bands like that. But this is the first step.
Role of band coach is to help students to understand and to help to solve the problem, you know? Not to put your opinion or your point of view, what music is, what kind of music you listen or whatever. It's just, you know, to help them to fix that problem that they have.
When we were first invited as Musicians Without Borders to visit Mitrovica, the team that went there included a number of rock musicians because we had heard that Mitrovica had a rock music heritage.
Apparently it used to be like the cool place. Like the music scene and people from around Kosovo, even from Pristina, which is the capital, they all used to come and gather in Mitrovica.
Once it was clear that we wanted to set up a rock music school, we at Musicians Without Borders looked around and realized that we don't have the expertise to set up an educational institution on our own. So we approached the Fantas Rock Academy.
Rock Academy is a music school that educates professionals in pop music. Funny and the very good thing about bands is that as soon as you have a drum kit, you need a band. As soon as you have a guitar, you need a band, really. A band is sort of like, it's like a small democracy. You have to really work together to be able to make music together.
In band coaching, you are encouraging a process which is not only creative, but it's also cooperative. It's also a process in which people learn to listen to each other, are able to bring in their own creativity, their own ideas. The collaboration with the Fantas Rock Academy has been perfect for that because of their approach to, as they call it, demand-driven learning, where you're really taking your cues from the participants.
It's not strict school, you know, like approach. You know, you need to read this, you need to play this. No, we are like more flexible.
If you teach, you focus on a certain skill and you have exercises, you have information about that and you make them practice this and then you move on. But band coaching, especially in a place like Mitrovica, you have to bring people together.
When I went the first time, I didn't really know a lot about the whole history. I knew something, but I couldn't distinguish different dialects or different languages, so I didn't know where people were from. And I think it was a very good thing, because I was just focused on them working together.
The best coaching is if you have to do nothing at all. You don't touch it. You just let it be, because it is the very best if they sort things out amongst themselves.
In order to write a song from scratch, there's a lot more negotiation and creativity that is needed.
I guess the magic is in the people just wanting to have a good time, to write some music and just to heck with everything else.
Not every student is the same. You cannot make one recipe for all. You need to approach every student individually, and by just talking to them you can see what they like, and based on their answers you can make a work plan for every one of them.
You're not promoting an atmosphere in which some people are good and other people are not good. You're promoting a sphere in which everybody gets to be as good as they possibly can, and you stimulate that in all kinds of ways, and people are also proud of each other. You get much more reward if you produce the highest quality that you're capable of producing.
If music is working, it creates energy. And I think that if you have a good rehearsal where you give everything you got and things fall into place, you will leave the rehearsal with more energy than you came in.
You and your mind drowns me in the sea.
The really important part of our school is the social part of it. Beside the music that we are really taking seriously, and we try to work as serious as we can, so we try to offer the good music education. For us it's really important that the students can maybe experience some things that they would not experience otherwise.
Speed of that one and then that one.
It's not accidental that people come together. I think it's a question of what is normal. Is the ethnic division normal? Or is the way that people grow up in the West, where you're allowed to be yourself, is that normal? And when you place all the focus on the individual and their talents and what makes them them, then you create a kind of parallel system of normal. And in that system, it would be normal to come together.
Our academy, students, band coaching students, they go there and they get some practical experience, and they experience the environment, and they teach there, and they give workshops and stuff like that. So it's a very good way of sharing knowledge. For student coaches, it's very satisfying to see that you can be a part of something beautiful like that. Who wouldn't want to be involved in something that could potentially make this a better world?
After like 10 years now, it's really going well, and kids like playing together, like stay in touch together after bands, you know. So the good thing about that, it's connecting people, you know, through the music.
This project is made for Mitrovica, but the concept of demand-driven project development works everywhere. But I would not say to musicians from the West, go to some post-conflict country and give it a go. I would say, if you have connections in a place where they need this and they ask for your help, then talk about it and see if you want to give it a go together.
Most of the students are real beginners, but maybe they don't know that they have talents until they come here, you know.
The future for the Mitrovica Rock School, I'm very enthusiastic and optimistic, because the rock school is so embedded in the local community. It's so owned by the local community. We have to find the funding all the time, that's true, but the social sustainability is there.
Music is a very sensible thing. It touches the heart. So not just when you listen to it, but also when you make it.
Music is a great tool. There is a saying, creation is opposite from destruction. The moment you create something and you feel the pride that goes with it, and you really want to do more of that and less of destruction. And this is why I really hope that the school will be here 10 more years, 20 more years, I don't know.